Hey folks, my name is Carl Sorensen. I'm the lead researcher here at Blue Collar Labs, and today we'll be checking out web and mobile application Fieldwire. Founded in 2013 and based out of San Francisco, California, Fieldwire looks to alleviate construction management constraints associated with mobile plan viewing, issues tracking, closeout, and compliance through a cloud-based platform that can be accessed on your internet web portal or through your Apple iOS and Android mobile devices. At first glance, it's difficult to tell which workflow is Fieldwire's chief concern, issues tracking or mobile design viewing. But after playing around with this product for a bit, we believe that Fieldwire deals with issues tracking as their primary workflow solution. As a result, in today's episode, Blue Collar Labs will be checking out Fieldwire's issues tracking engine and how it appears on both the mobile and web platforms. Then we'll give you our impressions. So let's start with the mobile app. Alright, so we're going to start off by opening up the Fieldwire mobile application. After you log in, you'll get to a home screen and you'll also see a dashboard. So right now, what's nice about Fieldwire is that they separate your projects out. So right now I have 2 projects loaded up, and so I have multiple sheets and lots of information loaded in each project. So right off the bat, we're not mixing up information, mixing up projects. So we'll click on the sample project. It's more fully loaded with information. And so now we have this sub dashboard where you can see most of your tools kind of outlined and laid out in front of you. So up on top we got plans, then we have tasks, then we have files, people, and then there's different categories, and then down below are the tags. In this video we're going to take a look at the tasks. We're going to learn how to create tasks briefly. I guess the advantage of having the Fieldwire platform and its capabilities of using tasks and how you can leverage that to really streamline your issues tracking and punch list from this digital platform. So the way they go about it is you can create tasks or deficiency items or issue tracking items from the context of mobile design. So right now we'll pick up the site plan, and as you see there's the sheet right in front of us, and what we can do is from our mobile device we can click and hold with our finger and we can create a new deficient item. So right now it's been tagged. You can enter titles on the right hand screen. You can give it different priorities. So there's priority 1, 2, and 3. Then there's the check marks, which Fieldwire classifies that as this is something that's been completed, and then the blue one is something that's been verified. So then even there's more information you can load up. You can determine which owner owns this task. You can categorize it, so we can say, hey, this is for groundskeeping, this is for HVAC, this is for the plumbing sub. So you can categorize it. We can just throw on carpenter just for this sample. There's the plan, so A1.12, and then you can schedule due dates, which is great, especially if we're assigning this, and especially if this is punch list and we need to get the project punched out. You can schedule a due date for your contractor to complete these items, and then there's the cost and the man hours. And so right now we can just hit priority 1. It's a high priority item. It's been tagged under the carpenter, it's on the sheet, and so this is pushed out to everybody else so they can see this deficient item. Alright, so on the right hand side you can see that there's items on the bottom of that new column, so you can add notes as you need, and so this will just communicate information. You can post it, you can take pictures and then attach the photos to this deficient items. You can add attachments, and then you can also share this. So if you have the email address of the party that's responsible for this deficiency, or it's for your team member, you can email them so they can take a look at this and then be driven right to the deficient item. So that's kind of just a brief look. And so you see, even on this page, the lower right hand corner of each of these sheets will show you how many deficient items are on each page. So this one has 2 since we just created one, and then there were some previous ones already on there. So we look on the left hand side, we can go to tasks, and now we have this sorted by priority level, the different color schemes. So we created the one for the carpenter, which is the second one in there, and it'll show you the page, it'll show you the information and all the uploads that you've assigned to this specific deficiency, which is great. And then as you move it around and as it becomes completed, all the other mobile devices and the web platform are updated in real time, so everyone has this information. You can also look through these tasks by categories. So right now I'm looking at all tasks. I can go to carpenter and see what my specific carpenter has or what pertains to the carpenter's scope of work that's deficient. And so here's just a brief list, but you can also go through the other ones that are preloaded. Here's the structural issues, here's the plumbing issues. So again, a great way to communicate not only to your internal team, but to your external team about deficiencies on the job site, where they're located, and then any other type of information that's needed for the deficient item for the contractor or the team member to satisfy and to punch out this item. So that's the task component of the Fieldwire mobile app. Now that was me using my iPad. Let's now transition over to the web application. All right, so as soon as you sign into the Fieldwire web portal, you're instantly brought to this home screen, which shows you all your projects. And then down below, this is really nice. Fieldwire provides you with video tutorials. So in case you get a little lost or confused on how to do something in Fieldwire, Fieldwire provides you a video so you can refer back to. So right now we're going to take a look at the sample project because that was what we were in for our mobile device. And again, very similar to the mobile device, how it's set up. It has the column on the left-hand side with the plans and tasks and files, similar to what you saw on your iPad or maybe Android. And then there's the different plans here in kind of center stage. And similar, you'll see that there's the little blue circles with how many tasks or deficient items have been tagged in these different plans. So we can open this one up. And there's our CA, the carpenter deficiency that we tagged. So if we go back, we can take a look at the task button, and you'll see that this is a very different layout than maybe what was outlined in your mobile device. And actually it's a very Trello-esque, Trello-like setup where you have the different boards and panels. And what I really like about this is that you can click and drag a lot of these items around. So if something is a priority 1 and becomes a priority 2, you can drag it over. If something that's been completed and your QC manager verified it, you can drag that over. And so it keeps this running log, and it's a very visual way of communicating what's deficient, what needs to be done, what's been completed. So you can take a look at this with the priority view, or you can take a look at it with a calendar view. Like we saw before, you can schedule these different tasks with due dates. So you can take a look at the calendar, see what's coming up, and what's been completed, and what's past due. What's also really nice is the ability to import tasks. So it's set up like an Excel document where you can basically copy and paste into this, and then you can import tasks into Fieldwire. So you're not individually adding each task into the platform. What I also like about it is that you can add new tasks right underneath these different priorities. And then again, you can sort on the left-hand side by different trades. So here's all tasks, but then here's the ones for the carpenter. Here's the one for the plumbing sub, structural. So we can create even a new task here. And again, you can edit it. So priority, you can change different category, you can assign it, the due date, and then you can enter messages. And then you can also add different checklist items too, which is really helpful for even compliance items. You can add a checklist. So here's a preloaded checklist. Are these different areas painted properly? You can post this checklist to the deficient item or to the task. And then this is really good for punch lists, or say, hey, we'll sign this checklist per room. And so subcontractors sign in and then they complete that checklist. So great for compliance. And then there's these different check items where you can add an item and then they can mark it off with a check mark or with an X. So again, just another way to track items and track deficiency on the job site. So there you have it. That's Fieldwire. From the perspective of a PM, there are a lot of items that I particularly like about this product. First, I really enjoy Fieldwire's visual approach to issues tracking. When most of the industry has been focused on the scrolling newsfeed format or itemized lists to reflect project issues, think of NoteVault or FieldLens, Fieldwire places an emphasis on a spatial approach. All my job site deficiencies can be geographically assigned to the project. I can see where my problems are by looking at my digital project drawings. And on their web platform, Fieldwire has the task board and tile systems. You can view all your issues laid out in front of you in either a calendar format or in a priority level format. You can arrange task tile to the correct priority level, then click and drag these tiles to new classifications when the task is updated. In construction, and you've heard it said, it's easy to get wrapped up with the trivial many instead of focusing on the vital few. So Fieldwire helps me better understand what's vital, what's a priority, and when I need to get stuff done. They help protect me from wasting my time on non-priority items. Integral to communicating any deficiency is information. Where's the problem? Is there a fix? What needs to be done? Who needs to do it? Fieldwire addresses these questions with their information-loaded tags. I like that with each deficiency tag, I can assign people, companies, categories, and notes, and attach RFIs, photographs, and files to easily communicate with my team and subs about project issues. Fieldwire also has an offline mode. It allows me to use this product regardless of internet connectivity. So in conclusion, when it comes to issues tracking or punch list workflows, organization is pivotal. And we think that Fieldwire's platform not only provides a great way to organize information, but it presents in a way that isn't overwhelming to the project team. So if you're a GC or sub looking for a better way to track deficiencies on the job site, or communicate with your team, or prioritize work, track inspections, and record safety concerns, Fieldwire could be a good product for you. All right, that's it for me. If you want to learn more about Fieldwire, check them out at fieldwire.com, or check out bluecollarlabs.com to learn more about Fieldwire and other issue tracking software for construction. Thanks.